Legendary fighters for the Great War. The Sudimatrians. Sudimatrian wasted no time after the great evils appeared. He rallied his forces and began to mobilize the full extent of his military. He got requests from the Josephans to help in their endeavors. He sent the Chaldeans to help deal with the Builder, but him himself would give aid to the LaFleurs and the elders to wherever they need. So much in his head, Samaritan led a second force, and he took with him some of the Ooui clan members to join him against their fight against perfection. And Ooui Uwi, Malvado, Brazil, Pilot, Mona, and Mead went with Sudimatrian against all the others as they separated and mobilized their forces. With a combined might of Sudimatrians, the Scholastica, the main Sudimatrians, the Baharan, the Oshar, the Catalans, the Magazine, and all these different forces. However, the Sudimatrians suffered a brief loss as the Delitor and their leader Duke had pledged their loyalty to King John Royal after John Royal gave the healing antidote to his beloved who was sick. Sudimatrian did not take this to mind because the royals and the Bankeran were not his direct enemy. He wanted the power, and he knew that his son was going to inherit it. And knowing this, he allied with the LaFleurs to get rid of all threats. Had to deal with perfection, as now perfection was confused, faced with all memories that he had. The first appearing during the first Valerian era, the second when he was a god of Sudimatrian. As Sudimatrian recognized him as that, is when Sudimatrian beat the Delitor universe and won two universes. The first one universe he won the entire universe at that time, gurgitated all the different powers to unite and destroy so much, but so much has survived. So much is the only person in existence to ever conquer not one but two universes. So that's a little info for you. And the perfection of this timeline, which grew from a nameless warrior to a loyal officer of Sudimatrian, the Sudimatrian's will to fight was broken by the Abitel Khan, and then the warrior eventually grew as being reborn and resurrected and refurbished by then God Gideon Being to become perfection. So he had to, perfection was his personal assignment, although he knew that his son and John Pipple will have no choice but to bring him down like how they did prior. Ooui Uwi, head of the Ooui clan, which made up the vast majority of the main elite officers of Sudimatrian, as some of the Ooui clan chose to stay back to govern, and others volunteered to fight. It was a difficult time, but however, the Sudimatrians were being reached out from different avenues. And for his part, secretly, Sudimatrian and Ooui Uwi went out to reach out to Queen Alexia and Merel, who had combined their forces, because the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and both of them share a common enemy in the Closetru, and Delitor in particular. And so Sudimatrian made a secret pact with them and suggested that they secretly work together, knowing very well that Sudimatrian was the one that ended Delitor's empire, during the only timeline that Delitor actually won the universe. And seeing that these are the two want to prevent that, and so much wants to rule the universe and then pass it on to his son, it would be best to join them, seeing that that was their own only main goal. At least that was Merel's main goal. Queen Alexia was trying to have a mission of her own, as stated here, at her headquarters after their meeting with the Sudimatrians. Zoo Guardian, not related to the Guardians of the Insurance, was a part of Queen Alexia's forces. It was the personal advisor of Queen Alexia, which helped her defeat the King Carlos to another timeline. Advised her with the situation, and seeing that so much was spread thin. If Queen Alexia wanted to rule, she'll have to grow her strength. Queen Alexia was secretly on ancient history of the universe, the original scholastica between the Carmels and Xaviers, the outside countries where the barbarians and nomads came from to assist in the war, was once ruled by her, but she was defeated by the Xaviers and Carmels as they divided the planet between their two kingdoms. Realizing this after coming here and seeing that afar off in the universe that planet Scholastica has returned, and the Carmels and Xavier were fighting once again, she hoped to use her influence and alliance with the Mineral and Sudimatrians to defeat not only defeat Closetru, but that at this point was now very low in our radar. She had the strange, unique ability to take the immortal powers of immortal beings and make them mortal. She did this to the great King Carlo, who she defeated, son of, well, I forgot the name at the time. It's not coming to me right now, but still. And she planned to use this on Cajun Bean, because it was Cajun Bean that interfered with her plans and caused this new first universe to appear, and caused all this in the first place. In her mind, she was supposed to be the final victor, but was robbed, and she wants to get back to Cajun Bean, to make Cajun Bean a slave, and have his influence and power under her, so she too could rule. But Delitor was first on her priority. Still, Menel and his wife, Blues Cross, who was Menel's second wife, because his daughter Clefel mother died while giving birth to her. Also, there's Anthony Starbuck, Menel's cousin, and Leona Starkey, the Starkeys. Anthony Starkey and Leona Starkey, who's Anthony's wife. Then so you have Sarah Lee, the sidekick, and Melka Ma, and Sepan, and other L and Starkey officers and officials. And Queen Alexia had Elroy and TBR, law officers of her. Some of the last surviving officers that survived between her and King Carlo forces. Okay, so Sudimatrian basically was planning ahead after the dark evils were gone for him to rule the universe, and hopefully could get the Madonians and Queen Alexia to join him. But Queen Alexia also had ambitions and power, as she set neat sights on Xavier and Carmel to gain revenge, take the planet, use their resources to take the universe after everyone else had finished fighting each other to the death and all that. But deep down, besides him, was personal ambitions and goals. Sudimatrian knew that the Prince of Darkness had to be stopped, as he tangled with the Prince of Darkness before, and his whereabouts were very unknown, and he could sense with the Pendulum Sword that Chaos Incarnate had also returned, and that the two were working together. Exactly what were they planning? They did not know, but one thing Sudimatrian was sure of, as the Great War was about to begin. He was sure of two things. One, the evils must be stopped, and two, Sudimatrian must be fully united, stronger, better than ever, and the last and greatest kingdom in the universe left standing, in order for his son and his son's descendants to be the final victors in the universe.